Right, so we're looking at angle types here. This one is bigger than 90 and less than 180, so that's obtuse. This one has this, which is called a right angle. And then we've got one here that's bigger than 180 degrees, and that's a reflex angle. The one that's not been tested here is acute, and that's less than 90 degrees. Now here, these two angles are the same, so it's 90 degrees because it is a vertically, well, that's there, sorry, vertically opposite angle. So there's question 4 completed. Question 5, here is a parallelogram. It's not a rhombus because not all the sides are the same length. So these here are longer than these two. And draw a line of symmetry on a rectangle. There is a line going down the centre and a line going across. There is not diagonal lines because that line here would not fall onto that line, would it? It's a different length. So they are not diagonal lines, it's just two. Question 6, find the mode. 11, that shows up the most. We've then got find the range, so that's the biggest number, which is 15. Take away the smallest number, which is 8. That gives us the answer of 7. Then we've got median. So with median, what we're looking to do here, just wait for the bell to finish. We've got 8, 11, 11, 11. We have to put them in order. So I've got 11 gone, 11 gone, 11, 8 gone. We've then got a 13. We've got a 14 twice. And then we've got a 15. So we've done all them. And then we simply cross off one on each side until we get to 2 in the middle. Now the middle then is exactly in the middle of that point. So what we're then going to get is our median is 12 because it's halfway between 11 and 13. Question 7, measure this in centimetres, the diameter of the circle, just to say that you're measuring from this point here to this point here. And if you've got a full size one, their acceptable tolerance is 6.4 to 6.8. And write down the mathematical name of this x here. So it's assumed that it's all the way around the circle. That's appalling what I've just done. But it's all the way around and that's called the circumference. What they have allowed though is if you've put arc, because you actually thought it was just part of this circle here, so I'll just do that in a different colour. So if you just thought it was that part, then they are allowing arc as well, because that's part of the circumference. Question 8. How many have we got shaded there? So it's 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If it was a 2-mark question, they'd expect you then to divide by 3. Not necessary for this for 1 mark, but then you get 1 over 4. Shade 2 out of every 3 of the rectangle below. That's how to think about it. So if I've got rows of 3, you just shade 2 in. So just shade 2 in all the way across, and you've got it. If today is Saturday, it is something that tomorrow is Sunday. Certain that's going to happen. Pierre throws a fair coin. It is what that it lands on heads. There's an even chance, an evens chance that it lands on heads. Question 10. You must show you're working with question 10. So they're expecting first of all here that you spot that you have in this part here, you've got an isosceles triangle. So we're going to do 180 degrees, take off 80, which leaves us with 100. And we know that this angle here and this angle here are both the same. So we do 100 divided by 2, which gives us 50 degrees. So each of these are 50 degrees, and write them on. We've then got angles on a straight line here, A, B, C. So this line here. So we've got 180 degrees there, and we take off the two angles 150, which leaves us with 30. So 30 degrees in there. And then finally, we've got our triangle here. And that is going to be 180 degrees, because we know it's a triangle. Take 30 off and take 40 off. And that will then equal 110, which is our answer.